Hello.
We are live at 9:54 a.m. on the East Coast. Hopefully, this broadcast will go 3 or 4 minutes so we can actually hit the 9:59 gong. Um, Recent memory will tell you that I did that about 750 times. Crazy when you think about it.
If you're new to Jeffrey, he started going live in the pandemic and thought it would last 2 weeks
Right, 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
and continued to go live every single day for 700 days.
Yep.
Consistently every single day at 9:59. So that's what he's referring to if you're new here. Hey. So make sure you say hey.
Yeah. So, yeah, say hey, because there's a lot of people on, but there's no one saying hey.
They will. They'll chime in.
Oh my gosh, look at.
There's a slight delay, so I know you'll be coming in to say hey. Hello, Kellenan.
We're naming people now.
She's one of my favorite people. I have to name her.
Oh yeah, well Mark is on,
And Bryn Tillman.
and Lewis is on,
And Lewis.
Hey Lewis.
The other people saying hey, it just says like Facebook user.
You can go to streamyard.com/Facebook, and they will let you in.
And we're live. Jay Skinner, Dan, Michael. Okay, let's get into it.
The great Richard Greaves is here. I love Richard Greaves.
Good guy. So, over the past year, maybe 2 years, we've been working really closely with big corporations on their sales process and maybe talk about why, like what we were seeing, Jeffrey.
They all sucked. But they had their own sales company. Each sales rep had his or her own silo. And if they had an objection, they answered it their way. If they made a cold call, they did it their way. If they asked a closing question, they did it their way. People will go back to what they're comfortable with and use that as their strategy, regardless of what they've learned in some kind of a 3-day program. So we decided to give a 3-day program where you would actually use what it is that you've learned, because it's simpler and better. And so we're looking at this from the standpoint of it is a form of consultative selling, which has been around for a long, long time. And all we did was fix it. And we put it into a context where you as a salesperson, male or female, can go into anybody, start a conversation, and end the conversation. I keep my old Go Live thing on there. Start a conversation and end the conversation and walk out with an order, because you've asked the right questions, you've created the right rapport, you've done the right thing, and they believe that your value is greater than your price. And so you go. And we're going to certify you in that process. We're going to teach you a process for 3 days at the beach that will transform how you sell literally forever. And if your boss won't buy it, then buy it yourself and change your job.
So one of the things we were finding over the past 2 years is that now more than ever, you need to differentiate yourself from your competition, and you need to be able to stand out in a marketplace. And if you can't get supplies, or there's not enough in stock, or there's issues on the back end of the service,
or there's a wasp at the door.
Being able to, this is why I close the screen door religiously. Being able to stand out now more than ever is so important. And what this certification class is going to teach you is all of that. Like Jeffrey said, how to ask the right questions, how to show up no matter what, how to create the right habits, and how to go through this process that gets you from maybe not even knowing your connection to the sale.
And what happens normally in these sessions is you go to some place, they cram you with information, and you leave, and then 3 days later you go back to doing whatever you want. We're filming the entire process so that you will always have it at your disposal and be able to access it whenever you need it. You're never going to forget what it is that you heard, because you'll be able to go back and pop in and say, hey, we're doing it the right way. You'll have lifetime access to all of my stuff. There's some amazing things that go with that, and that's where you have to be. You have to do it in a way that. Oh, here's the link. Cool.
So this is a link just to get on the wait list to get notified. We have 60 spots in the room that we're doing this in October. It's October 1, 2, 3. And we have 60 spots. We already have more people on the wait list than there are spots, but we want to make sure that everyone that was connecting with Jeffrey for the 9:59 and showing up at this time gets to get on that wait list so that you have an equal opportunity to get in the session and get in the certification class, the founding class.
And what you get when you're done is an opportunity to go out and build a better sales life. What's in this for me? It's going to be a fun time. And plus, you're at the beach. Come on. Could it be any better than the beach? No. So I'm looking at this from the perspective of it's going to be a fun time. It's limited because when we do the first one, we're going to probably do it for half price. And
you're going to want to be in the founding class.
Yeah.
Lots of perks.
Anybody have any questions they want to ask right now?
What a long, strange trip it's been. Yep.
Yeah.
It has been. Hello, yep. Frank Nell.
Jim
Hello,
is from,
Walter.
and by the way, Frank, Jim, he sent me my first Eagles mask.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be in Philly. I'll be eating at Tommy DeNick's at the Reading Terminal on the 25th of July at 11:30 in the morning. I'll be there. I mean, there's not, unless something really, really goofy happens, I'll be there.
Hi, Paul. Awesome. You're on the wait list. I love it. Lewis, this is what people need now. Inner strength, increased capabilities to provide more value. There's chaos out there. Exactly. 100% exactly agree. Yes. Yep.
You get my text this morning, Lewis? I gave you a title for your next book.
Oh, man. Jim, we'll see you in Philly.
Yeah.
The Reading Terminal.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Mark, hello. William, hello. Peggy, Mike, Christian, Kent, Al, Walter. This is awesome.
A lot of people.
Oh, yeah. James, Dan.
I think the main thing here today is for you to discover yourself. You know, there's an opportunity for everybody to get better at selling. Most people don't take the opportunity. Most people do what your company provides you and think that's good enough. It is not. I can promise you this, though. If you decide you want to get all the information about the program, we'll figure out a way to take it to your boss. If you want your boss to pay for it, you can set up a call with me personally. I will talk to your boss and at least help you along your way. It will be a positive call, I can promise, even though your boss might be an asshole. I won't. Oh, you're an asshole. You didn't tell me you're an asshole.
So
that line will not come out.
When I was in corporate, they threw me into the sales team and I wanted sales training. So I found a course that I thought was going to be real good. And I pitched it to them. And they were like, of course we'll pay for that. No problem. And you don't have to, I was like, I'll take vacation days for it because it was during the week. And they're like, you don't have to take vacation days. That's work. I was like, okay. But to me, it was like so fun. Like I get to go learn. So I thought that was vacation. But yeah, they paid for it. I took 3 or 4 different sales trainings, realized that they weren't that good. And our process is significantly better. But what I realized was it was good in the classroom. Like it was good in theory, but they didn't actually sell in real life. And so the difference between many of the major programs out there and what we've created is the real world aspect of it. Like we're making sales every single day.
In the old days, Kent asked a question, will you ever do a 3-day seminar out west? I despise flying. My recommendation is fly east and stay there. That would be your best option. I loved flying out west, but right now it's a little bit of a danger zone. Portland, seriously. Seattle, seriously. LA, seriously. San Francisco, seriously. If I was going to do one out west, it would be at a place like San Luis Obispo or someplace where it's hard to get to, but when you get there, you're safe.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's under consideration right now. The certifications are booked for the East Coast
Greg
at
Sneed.
our beach house.
Sneed, good morning. How's it going? How are you? I would love. I mean, I hope Greg Sneed comes.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever met him in person?
No,
Oh man, yeah, he'd be heckling in the back of the room.
exactly. And
See,
meaning
but
it.
part of these events is the networking, is the ability to meet people that you've been online with for forever.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the message of the day. Other than
So make sure you're signed up on the wait list. I'll pop it in there one more time so you have a direct link. And you can just click there.
do October 1,
And
2, 3.
it's October 1, 2, 3 of this year. And there's 60 seats. Will you be one of them?
My people will call your people. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for being here this morning. Short message, long meaning.
Bye.